Back, Seb Stephen, Callum Norrie, Dylan Coburn, Rory Hart and Johnny Morris coming into the team. All new half-back pairing, assisted by Katsuki Farusi and Ethan Glass. From China, get this Pool A match underway. Not taken cleanly by Scotland. So the nation just outside behind. 22. Hector Patterson, his first start of the tournament, sends that ball skyward up over halfway. Can't be taken cleanly.
I'll go in line out, stop and after jump, okay? Enter, stop and after the jump.
Scotland will have another crack at it, and this time from closer to the try line as they punch that ball into touch from the penalty. Seb Stephen again secure. It's his captain Liam McConnell. The ball fed back, and they do go over for the try, and it's Freddie Douglas, the open side flanker. The ball moving so quickly that Scotland never even got a chance to transfer the ball back to the hooker Seb Stephen. Only 2 minutes here, 2 minutes on the clock here, and Scotland already with their first try of the match.
Yeah, you see it here. Effective line out, a splinter from the maul, and Freddie Douglas backing up 5 days later after a strong performance in that first fixture against Samoa. Gets over for an early score, and strong set piece work from Scotland on both occasions, going to the line out maul, and that will be a real weapon for them in this match.
That's a fantastic conversion from Matthew Irwin out wide on the right hand side. Scotland couldn't have asked for a better start. They lead by 7 points to 0. Out from that Scotland try line. Scotland defence very eager to get off the line. Try scorer Freddie Douglas in with the hands. The referee catching Matthew Irwin up offside, so play another advantage here for Hong Kong China. Blake Elliott then acting as scrum half. Back it comes to Min Jun Koo. Blake Elliott is the flat pass to Dom Headley. Steps back inside that advancing defence, the number 8. Jung and sweeps the ball out wider. Blake Elliott puts that ball through, bounces up kindly at the back for Scotland. Hector Patterson tidying up there, so we'll come back for the penalty.
You could see Hong Kong there, the defensive pressure.
Just to the left of the uprights. The hush comes over the crowd here at Hive Stadium as Blake Elliott pushes that one wide. Commentator's curse, absolutely not regulation. Still Scotland 7, Hong Kong China 0.
Behind the kicker, please. Behind.
For Scotland, as I said, blowy conditions.
Gap just short of the 22 now. Hector Patterson sweeps the ball off to Matthew Irwin. Good hands here by Scotland, out to that right wing, and Finlay Doyle. Ball comes squirting out, knocked on by Scotland right wing, and Hong Kong China hack that ball upfield. Just one player at the back. It's Matthew Irwin, just waiting on the bounce of the ball. Ludo Kaladi back, left wing. That's another scything tackle, this time by Barnaby Horbury, and away goes Scotland again. And it is Finlay Doyle who will go in. The Scotland right wing races away down the right touchline, and Scotland have their second.
Yeah, and Ventisai and Doyle combine twice in almost the 32nd phase. The first time resulted in the turnover, but on the second occasion they make it work. It was Matthew Irwin that tidied up at the back there. A nice offload in Ventisai, good strength, left hand fend, and he distributed really well against Samoa. A couple of nice passes there, and then on to Finlay Doyle, who again backing up after on a 5-day turnaround. Strong performance, strong runner, and just to get another try under his belt 2 games into the competition.
Finlay Doyle, born in Southend-on-Sea. Studies at Loughborough University. That's another superb conversion by Matthew Irwin from a very similar position in his first conversion of Freddie Douglas's try. Scotland lead by 14.
It's impressive work. He sticks down his defender very.
Matthew Irwin takes Scotland up to the Hong Kong China 22. Good take the front of the line out quickly off the top and out to Kerr Ewell, who's chopped down in the midfield in front of the post. Hector Patterson keeps play going to the right, and that ball over the top by Johnny Ventisai. Once again, Finlay Doyle showing how dangerous he can be. Back it comes now to Rory Hart, Glasgow Warrior. Irwin back inside, varying the play round the corner. They come. Ludo Kalari on the left wing popping up in there. Off to the left, McConnell fights his way out of the tackle and spins his way over the try. The captain, the try.
Yeah, Liam McConnell, he was standout in the match against Samoa. He led from the front. He does the hard work, but also the line breaks, the nice pieces of skill. And Scotland just generate quick ball. See, as they got into the 22 there, Hector Patterson's there. He's ready to feed away, and Liam McConnell and just to spin out of the attempt and get it down.
Matthew Irwin has kicked two very difficult conversions from out wide on the right. This one rather easier. He adds the two extras, and Scotland racing into a very healthy 21 points to 0 lead after 17 minutes.
Yeah, on the attacking side of the ball, Scotland beginning to find their shape, and just the ability to generate quick ball makes sense. Seb
Stephen again, accurate from the line out, and clean through the middle goes Ludo Kaladi. A lovely line brought down just inside the 22, and Scotland again on the attack. Hector Patterson out into the midfield, and Johnny Morris, the number 8, goes through 2 tackles and dives over for the bonus point try. Scotland just too fast, too powerful.
Yeah, set piece play. Hector Patterson does well to hold it up. Ludo Kaladi goes through, and then just have a look at the clear out from Liam McConnell. Ludo Kaladi he was so quick he got away from his support, but I think it was Liam McConnell with a clear out. This is a key part to this try, which allows Johnny Morris to go over and just miss it there, but then Johnny Morris with a good bit of footwork and strength, power to go through, adds into a good couple of minutes for the Scotland back row.
Matthew Irwin again successful with the conversion, and it's Scotland 28, Hong Kong China 0.
Johnny Morris keen to get on the act after his back row counterparts had earned the turnover, which earned the line out. It's a strong performance for Glasgow Warriors. A few throws necessarily straight, but because Scotland didn't compete, Hong Kong are allowed to keep possession. But it's untidy, isn't it? And the bouncing ball just allows Scotland the defender to fall at their feet. It's an easy opportunity to gain the turnover.
Seb Stephen again hits Rory Hart at the line out. The ball this time does find its way back into the hands of Seb Stephen, but Scotland told to play away, and it's Hector Patterson comes away from the base of the maul, dances his way through the defence, and Patterson is in for Scotland's 5th try.
Sharp play for the scrum half. It's a good score. Also, with the trial law now that the maul cannot be stopped and then be restart, the 9 will be told to use it. There's momentum in the scrum, and Hector Patterson's got his hands on the ball. He has options. He spies a gap and just comes off the left. He's looked sharp so far.
Hector Patterson getting in on the act, and 2 early tries by Johnny Morris, Liam McConnell, Finlay Doyle and Freddie Douglas, and Matthew Irwin successful now with his 5th conversion. 2 from wide out on the right. line 3 rather easier from in front of the posts, and on about 13 minutes. Yes, Ludo Kaladi has looked dangerous when he's had ball in hand on the left wing.
Keep the mark, please. Stay on the line, Red.
Referee not happy with the first attempt at the line out. Nikolai Fratila of Romania. Seb Stephen again with ball in hand. A lovely shot there from behind the Scotland hooker, and it hits Dylan Coburn of Melrose at the front of the line out and hurtling forward. The referee playing an advantage. I'm not sure Scotland will need this. Very close to the try line. The referee's on the spot and he awards the try. Well, the ball not perfectly set, but the Hong Kong China defence just splintering. Scotland remaining in control, and over they go again. Douglas will have another look at it here. Lee, you can talk us through this, but again the ball's travelling so fast, Scotland unable to transfer it back into the arms of the hooker, and Freddie Douglas it is who plunges over for his second try of the match.
Yeah, the ball's so effective from the word go. Normally the hooker, the one driving there at the back, wasn't able to get his hands on the ball, and the momentum from the early shunt on that maul allows Freddie Douglas to go over for his second. Doesn't matter when it just comes off the left hand post in the attempt at the conversion.
Opening as we have another look at this try, Lee.
Yeah, Hong Kong China almost did a good job at getting that towards the touchline, but just that shunt back in field allows
to Scotland. Matthew Irwin catches that one beautifully.
Matthew Irwin both from tee and in hand as well, and he's pushed that to within range. I'm sure the Scottish maul believe it's within range. Let's see where they go here.
Well, one at the front again by Dylan Coburn. They look to play away this time, and Finlay Doyle, nicely done by Scotland. I think Hong Kong China set up expecting to defend the driving maul. Scotland play away, and Finlay Doyle just sides his way through, and that's his second try of the match.
Because of the threat of that Scottish maul that they've shown so far, when they shift that away, Hong Kong China ready to defend that maul, but the quick shift to Seb Stephen round the corner, and then on the cut comes Finlay Doyle. A set play, but very well executed, and Finlay Doyle's still got a couple of guys to carry over the line there, and shows good strength.
Irwin again catches that one cleanly, his sixth successful conversion, just the one miss. Previous one bouncing off the left hand upright. Again, that's a lovely line by Finlay Doyle. Clean through, crashes over at the end. Powerful Finlay Doyle. Clean through, crashes over at the end. Powerful winger. Scotland now on a very healthy 47 points. Dylan Coburn, Melrose has certainly had his hands on the ball plenty, and then clean through goes Seb Stephen, and Finlay Doyle will be over for a hat-trick in the opening 35 minutes of this game, taken from the restart by Dylan Coburn. Seb Stephen, the hooker, bursting through, and Finlay Doyle on hand once again to go over for Scotland's 8th try.
Seb Stephen, third provider. 30 seconds later after the score to Finlay Doyle. Good pace from the hooker just to break away, but it's the pass here off the left hand out to Finlay Doyle, who just shows inside, and he's got enough gas to go on the outside. The first score was pre-planned, would have been trained all week, and we've ran that, but they're off the cuff. Good heads up rugby and execution. Great pass by Seb Stephen.
Matthew Irwin missing on that occasion. A hush coming over the crowd. Expected that one to go over. Scotland penalising Scotland for closing the gap at the line out. Can't make up the ground. The ball goes loose and kept alive by Scotland. Away goes Kerr Yule. The first opportunity then of this half. Ben White, the replacement, prop on. Continues the play down that far side, and Scotland now up into the 22, 8 metres or so short. Quick ball back for Patterson. Out to Ben White again, involved for the second time in this phase, and Scotland playing with a penalty advantage. Hong Kong China up offside, and a lovely flat pass there to Johnny Ventisai. And with the second half barely 2 minutes old, Scotland on the score sheet again. It's outside centre, Johnny Ventisai.
Patterson finds his outside centre, Johnny Ventisai, who had a lovely touch break, and then he's back involved to finish it off, offering up a good manages to get between a couple of defenders, and it's a strong start in the second half. Scotland continue from where they left off.
Alex Allen, former Scotland prop.
Yeah, there's a potential split loyalties for Alex Allen. Scotland cap today, but I'm sure he's fully behind his Hong Kong side.
Here they go again. Oh, loose pass snapped up by Ludo Kaladi. You could see what Hong Kong China were trying to do there. James Key racing back on it, fullback. The tap tackle does brilliantly, the placement fullback. Johnny Morris on hand to take the pass, dives over, the referee having a very close look. James Key very nearly managed to prevent the try there, but it was just the pass. Hong Kong China saw there was space on their left, tried to lob the ball over the top, and it was intercepted. Try.
Yeah, he reads it well, Ludo Kaladi, doesn't he? Gets up high in that defensive line. Should that pass go, he's there to intercept. He does well to knock it up as well. But what about the chase back from James Key? Fresh on in number 23 jersey, races back to cover for his team, and he bring the man down just short of the line, but Scotland able to recycle, and Johnny Morris is on hand to go over for his second try of the match.
James Key did that so many times last week in Hong Kong China's defeat by Japan. Shifted on by Matthew Irwin, and Scotland quickly into the running and up into the 22 yet again. Back it comes to Andrew McLean, drops the ball off for the forwards, crashing into contact on by Ben White, and then behind the forwards as they look to get the ball wide. Jack Hawking steps back in past the last defender. Dylan Coburn with him at the fullback. Didn't need the assistance of the second row as he goes in for Scotland's 11th try.
Good step and finish by Jack Hawking, and with Matt Irwin still out there, just allows the left to right. It comes from a bit of a scrappy line out from Hong Kong China, who have really struggled at line out time. Replacement 10 on to Matt Irwin, out to Jack Hawking. Good strong finish by the fullback.
Surprised to see the flags brought down on the Hong Kong China 10 metre line, but Scotland continue with the play up the left touch line, and over they go again. 2 quick-fire tries. This time it's Fergus Watson, the Glasgow Warrior, just on the field of play.
Fergus Watson, good pace on the edge. It was the initial break. Tom Curry onto his back row partner Johnny Morris, who I think looks like he's a hamstring injury there as he burst onto that pass from Tom Curry, but Fergus Watson evades the last tackler on the edge there. Good pass by Andrew McLean, and a couple of tries to his name in that Samoa fixture. He adds another one.
The other one doesn't even wait on the kicking tee. Drop kick. Yes, you could see as Johnny Morris galloped up over halfway, he was dragged down on the 10 metre line, but I think he'd already done something to his hamstring. You could see he almost stopped that. A rugby player born in Dumfries, and does well, wins that ball back.
Bench how players potentially switching to alternate positions. Versatility is good to have.
He's playing the midfield by Scotland, just pulling in that Hong Kong China defence, then putting root to ball. This just about the bounce of the ball. The two 15s shoulder to shoulder. Kieran Lacey.
Set. Keep it up. Don't push.
Hong Kong China will be desperate to just get this ball in and out. On comes the power from that Scottish pack. It's at the feet now of Tom Curry. Referee having a very close look. There's a judge that ball was held up. Scotland driving Hong Kong China off the scrum ball and ended up at the feet of Tom Curry.
Before I have a penalty against the red for pushing. There was pushing up. It's a penalty for you. Winning that scrum.
Hong Kong China feeling the scrum. Should they have any part to play in what was going on at that scrum? Tom Curry will be disappointed in its score there. Scotland though just with a quick tap. Jerry Blythe Lafferty head down, the Boroughmuir player, over he goes. He and his brother Ollie Blythe Lafferty come up through the youth system at Boroughmuir, both with Edinburgh Rugby, and Scotland repelled 30 seconds ago, but the Hong Kong China defence have no answer to that. The replacement hooker barging his way over for another Scotland try.
Yeah, Jerry Blythe Lafferty is powerful, isn't he? And just the body height that he goes in here between two defenders and just to burrow over. Scotland went close, and I think it was James Key again with a try saver. Tom Curry in the lead up to that one, but just now operating in the back row, having come off the bench, showing his ability. Hong Kong China with a bit of momentum as they kick to touch.
The line out has struggled. There's an argument there for just taking the tap, the kick to the corner.
It's just interesting to see how these teams approach the trial laws. Something they'll definitely talk about.
I think Scotland would feel comfortable going up against the Hong Kong China line out. Hasn't functioned particularly well. Ludo Kaladi shifted in a place into the centre, whips a lovely ball out wide. Kaladi takes the return pass back on the inside, up over halfway, and Scotland on the attack once again. Conor McAlpine, the Watsonian scrum half, on for Hector Patterson. Little back for the penalty. Hong Kong China off to Scotland. Well, that couldn't have gone much worse.
Ball into the correct space. Maybe if it had just travelled a wee bit further, if it had stayed in. It was on the turnover, because Scotland had a real opportunity there.
Scotland will look to attack from here, happy to throw the ball about in all areas of the pitch. The ball pulled back to Andrew McLean on at fly half. We'll go again to that left touchline, and Fergus Watson. It's the carbon copy of the attack a minute ago.
Roll.
Watson taking play up over halfway. Ollie Blythe Lafferty with the carry at this time. Scotland just struggling to keep a hold of.
Good body positioning.
Ball inside from Kerr Yule to Ludo Kaladi, and the ball recycled. Skip pass over the top to Jack Hocking. Somehow managed to keep the ball in play.
Leave it.
Been lost though, snapped up by James Key. And fullback in the second half. And so we'll have another Hong Kong warrior, 103 kilos. Key again, showing his bravery, only 18 years old. Cardiff University student, a great job mopping up at the back for Hong Kong China. Well, this time the referee deciding that Scotland driving up in the front row and award the penalty to Hong Kong China. White getting his angles right with the kick, kept in field by Jack Hocking. Getting 2 or 3 quick passes, and Hong Kong China suddenly find themselves defending over on the far side. That's a big tackle though on Ludo Kaladi.
No hands. It's going both ways here. Side entry. Receiver again. Tackle.
Fergus Watson up into the 22 quickly. Recycled.
Go away.
Taken on by Ollie Blythe
down.
Lafferty.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure he was expecting that ball. I think he thought it would go behind him. Inside pass from Andy McLean to Tom Curry. Replacement back row. Ludo Kaladi
Advantage.
drops the ball off to Kerr Yule. Referee again playing an advantage. Scotland keeping it tight round the side of the breakdown. Rory Hart now. And over they go. Ludo Kaladi, the try scorer. It's keeping things very tight, probing for holes round the side of the breakdown. The Scotland forwards will be wondering why Ludo Kaladi was in there. That was very much a try set up for the Forley playing in the centre. Goes over for Scotland's 14th try.
Yeah, it's efficient work from Scotland. Just as we mentioned, the game was starting to get a bit scrappy. Scotland string together a good few phases. Conor McAlpine's looking out to the right. There was no one there. He comes back, I think, to Rory Hart. Was it Rory Hart with a great little lift off the deck? Just allows Kaladi to come onto that ball and get over the line. 13 channel, I think. But yeah, lovely lift.